Good afternoon. Art Sappington here with another episode of Walking the Path. We're out here on this beautiful God-given sunny day, and I am going to give you a tour, as promised, of my get home bag or my go bag. This video is going to be a little bit longer today, so sit back and relax. And while you're relaxing, if you wouldn't mind liking, sharing, and subscribing, I'd appreciate it. Now, as you know, it's my opinion that we should be prepared for any challenge or eventuality. It's biblical that you should be prepared. I believe that we should be, all of us, able to take care of ourselves. We should be one less person that the emergency personnel have to come and save during a natural disaster. So with that in mind, we will go ahead and get the tour started. Now, my pack weighs 35 pounds. You need to keep the weight realistically within 20% of your body weight. And you need to train with it. Okay? If you don't train with it, you can put one of these packs together all day. But once you put it on for real, and you're looking at multiple days of carrying it, it's going to be tough for you. Okay, so you need to get out and train with it. It's just like any tool. You need to use it to get good with it. Okay, so here we go. So start out with my pack. It's going to be a basic pack, basic Alice pack with a frame. I've had this one for many years. This is just like the one I carried in the Marine Corps. A little bit lighter than what I carried in the Marine Corps, but same system. Okay. First off, I wanted to call your attention to having a plastic liner for your pack. These packs are not waterproof. You want to keep your gear dry. Wet gear gets heavy quick. Okay. So, got a D-ring on the side of the pack. I've got a sheath for my BK, my big knife. I've got a paracord bracelets that I would wear on my wrist in the real situation, but it's got a whistle on it. It's got a button compass, and it's got a ferro rod, so I've always got fire with me. In the frame, I put a tarp. That's my shelter. I've also got a poncho in there. So, I've got my shelter and my poncho in the frame of the pack. So that's a basic pack. So, there's my trusty best friend, buddy. He's gonna be out here helping me when he's not relaxing. So let's start out with the outside pouches. In the left pouch, I carry a coffee cup with instant coffee. Even if you can't heat the water, cold coffee's the thing nowadays. So additionally, inside the cup, I carry some nicotine. It's a good stimulant if you're pushing hard. And frankly, that's what I use. So nothing like having your habit with you in a stressful situation. This is a absorbent sports towel. It's lightweight, very absorbent. Real good for wiping your face down, drying yourself off as you're sweating, or because you're going to be working hard. I carry some paracord. This stuff's invaluable for just about everything. Okay, if you know how to use it. While I'm on that subject, some good training to pursue is basic bushcraft. If you've been in the military, you've already got some of that. But you want to learn your knots, and like I say, basic bushcraft. You ought to be able to set up a shelter fairly quickly. I carry a hat for the sun, a couple beanies, okay, in case I'm in cooler weather. I carry a bandana and some zip ties. Zip ties are really good for quickly fastening gear onto your pack. The center pouch. I carry 2 small bottles of water for quick access while I'm on the move. I carry a pair of gloves to protect my hands in case I'm doing any kind of blade work at all. A cut can get infected pretty quickly in the outdoors. You want to make sure you protect your hands as you're working. I've got my compass. Again, it would really be invaluable to learn how to navigate without your GPS. I carry a SPF 50 sunscreen for the sun. I carry a low light flashlight. This flashlight is great for traveling if you're trying not to attract attention. Extra batteries for the flashlight. In the right pouch, I carry hand sanitizer. You want to protect yourself from microbes. You're not always going to be able to wash your hands, so you want to make sure you have some hand sanitizer. Carry an emergency blanket. These things are invaluable for keeping yourself warm. If you don't have a fire, or if your fire is small, you can use this as a reflector behind you to catch all the heat. An N95 mask for any kind of threats, physiological threats. Basic trauma pack in case I got a wound I need to dress quickly. This is probably the most important piece of gear I carry with me. This is a life straw. This filters thousands of gallons of water. It removes 99% of the microbes and pathogens from the water. I can drink right from a stream with this thing. So if I have a stream, I've got drinkable water with this life straw. Okay. Extra pair of socks. Changing your socks is really important. If you're on the road, if you're humping for quite a long way, multiple days. Wet socks will cause blisters, and blisters will basically cause your feet to give out on you. Okay, and you lose your feet, you're in trouble. Okay, that's what you're moving on. On the inside of the pack, this is a padded case that I just had laying around. It's an old water carrier. I carry 4 bottles of water inside there, full-size bottles of water. You want to make sure that you carry enough water. Of course, everything you put in this pack, everything adds weight. Okay, so you got to be selective. And the things that you carry, you need redundancy in the important things. And you need to be able to, number one, in an emergency, keep your head and be able to adapt and overcome. Okay? So you need to be able to figure things out and use those things to your benefit. Okay? I carry an extra box of rounds for my pistol that I carry. If you're not exercising your Second Amendment right, I would encourage you to do so. I think Shakespeare said it best when he said that hell is empty and all the devils are here. During a natural disaster, most communities comes together, but you've always got that criminal element. Thinking back into ancient history, during Hurricane Katrina, looting of the retail establishments started within 24 hours. Within 72 hours, they'd moved out into the neighborhoods, and that's when your rapes and your murders began. Man is the only animal that practices cruelty for the sake of cruelty. So it's a benefit to know what you're dealing with there. I got this e-tool on Amazon. It was around $20. It comes standard with a dull blade. I took the time to put an edge on mine. It doubles now as a hatchet. Okay, and also a defense tool, a self-defense tool, if I really need it. Again, things should have multiple purposes in your pack. Very important, my toilet paper. Okay, never leave home without it. This is campsite security. Basically, you can get these audible alarms at the dollar store. They're really cheap. I've got a multi-tool inside here. I've got some tripwire or some trip cord to go with the audible alarm. If you've got to set up a camp, this will keep somebody from creeping on you. And I've also got some snare wire. Again, that goes back to your bushcraft. You should know how to set different snares. If you're going to be out for a long time, you can set drop snares for squirrels or snares for rabbits and things like that. I carry a gas mask. Again, military surplus stores sell these things by the dozens. They're relatively inexpensive. You want these for any kind of NBC threats. Again, you never know when in a natural disaster when you're going to run into something like that. It's better to be prepared than not, right? Okay, moving on. I have my camp knife. It's a heavy bladed full tang knife that I can use at camp to split kindling and things like that. Make sure you always got a good edge on your blades. I can also skin game with this or whatever I need to do. Okay. These are basically miscellaneous pocket items. I've got some fire wicks in here. I've got another ferro rod, whistle. I've got some fishing gear, some extra batteries. I got an extra flashlight. This is a self-defense pen, but it is a pen in case I gotta write something down. This is my spork, and of course there's a knife inside that handle for eating. Like I say, fishing gear. There's a D-ring. I've got a ring saw for cutting small branches and things like that. And then there's a couple Phillips and a flathead screwdriver in there. Like I say, just little things that you may need when you're out. Okay, I carry 3 days rations. Two days is going to be inside my pack. These things last over 20 years, and as long as you don't break the seal. I carry them in a protected case. These little cases I've just collected along the way. Pulled them out of my closet, put this stuff together. Very important, I've got a container of salt. If you look at my Facebook post, you'll see the recipe for making 0.9% saline solution. That's what we use on the ambulance for somebody that is dehydrated. This will replace the electrolytes, okay, that you're going to lose as you start humping this pack down the road. I've got a small little hygiene kit. I've got a razor in here. I've got some toothpaste. And, you know, you can carry a toothbrush. You can use your finger as a toothbrush. Or you can fray a small stick and use that as well. Got some tape, some ortho tape in case for sprains. I've got some Bengay heating patches, and some Kleenex, and an extra set of bootlaces in case I need them. Okay. This is my medication kit. Any medications I might be on are in here, 3 days worth. Also, plenty of Ranger candy, or like civilians like to say, ibuprofen, acetaminophen, Benadryl, any kind of over-the-counter medications that you might think you need to handle, you know, anything you're going to need in the field. Fever, allergic reaction, just basically sore muscles, okay? In here, I've got a basic trauma kit. This has got bandages in it, roll bandages. It's got a small SAM splint in here for splinting fractures. So you want a basic trauma kit, and again, basic first aid is going to be a class you want to take. Okay, this is my BK, my big knife. I use this for cutting brush, for splitting wood, for setting up camp. It also self-defense. Okay, so again, make sure you got a good edge on your knife, on your blades. Okay, you want a good pair of walking shoes. Okay, something that's already broke in, and you want to change your clothes. Now, when you're picking out your clothes that for your change of clothes, because you may not be dressed to survive in an emergency. You may be in dress clothes, okay, in dress shoes. You want to be able to. You want to be able to in the proper clothes to be effective. Okay, so have yourself a change of clothes and think layering. Okay, you want to be able to. You don't want to have cold weather and clothes and hot weather clothes. You want to be able to handle all environments with the one set. Okay, and very important again, extra pair of socks. So that is the interior of my pack. Now this little waist pack, this is my oh no bag. Now when I say oh no, that's because if I have to dump my main pack for some reason, that's the first thing I'm going to say is oh no. I carry my nicotine there. This will go around my waist. It never leaves my waist. I've got a small tourniquet and some super glue for sealing up lacerations and stemming the flow of blood. I've got another blade, just a little folder. I've got a flashlight with extra batteries. I've got another emergency blanket. Again, you want to have redundancy on the important things. Okay, this is going to be warmth for you. I've got a small set of trauma shears. I've got my one day. That's number 3 of my emergency rations. I got a short trauma kit. Okay, that if I've got to deal with some type of trauma, I can bandage it quickly. Another compass. Okay. Another ring saw. This little kit here is my fire. It's got 2 Bic lighters in it and another ferro rod and some more fire wicks. Okay. So I've always got fire with me. And these are sanitary wipes. All right. So that's my oh no bag. You want to prepare for any contingency. And one of them is losing your main pack. All right, so that's the contents of my pack. That's what I carry. Like I say, 35 pounds. Now, this is my wife's pack. Hers weighs 15. She's got the basic items in there. Fire, food, shelter, protection from NBC, as well as trauma and meds. She carries hers everywhere she goes. Now, with this preparedness plan, you should have a plan in case you and your loved ones are separated. Who's coming to who? And if anybody knows me, they know that I'm going to be one coming to. So, I carry more in case I'm out on the road. Or, maybe I'm with other family members that do not have a pack. So I carry more to take care of them as well. That's what we do as protectors and providers. We plan to be the one to, when things start dropping around your ears, you're the one that sorts it out. You're the one that keeps your head and gets everybody out alive. Okay, so that's the presentation. I appreciate you watching. Put yourself together one of these bags. Again, you can be one less person that fireman or that EMT has to come in and save. You don't have to depend on anybody to save you, which is invaluable, really. It's liberating. It's a very freeing feeling to know that you can take care of yourself. And that's what this country was built on, is people taking care of themselves. Okay? Or you have the capacity to take care of somebody else. Well, that's it. I'm going to put this back together. I'm going to get on the trail. I'm going to train a little bit. God bless you all. Have a great day. High speed, low drag.